All right, good morning. It's Wednesday, April 17th. It's 8:06 in the morning. Oh, I saw Caroline Manso's the oldest kid, the Manso Ferrucci kid or whatever. Um, I told him I think he's roommate, the older one. I think he's roommating with a legal southern border immigrant. I think they got a studio. He has the kitchen side, you know. The Mexican guy got the kitchen part left on lockdown. Talking about Paris Baguette on Columbus Circle, there was two of those there, and they were talking about putting padlocks on you have to get the big size cheesecake or whatever and stuff, and they want to put the little cheesecakes in the back and everything. The manager was not having it yesterday. Oh, and Tony, I'm Vitali, and I know where you guys graduated from, John Jay College, John Jay Criminal Justice College or whatever, because you a master at all these crimes. Criminal, it takes a criminal to know a criminal, or you can never catch yourself. Oh. All right, so I have a couple of things to bring up today. I have a PhD in the Hasbro family games, Monopoly. You know how everybody says they never finish Monopoly, and when friends play it, they step away from it instantly in less than half hour. The families go on and they get tired. But family was the Monopoly game was about the royal family and how they have to stick together because no matter what they transfer they into prime real estate. They have clemency and they don't go to jail. They have get out of free jail cards for them and for everybody. They railroad tycoons. They create many things that no normal Joe creates in the world. Um, and the people and the person that was like Judy Garland, she wants to keep playing. You got to tell her to go back to play Candyland. She's in the fantasy world, and then she plays the game of life. And then the game of life, she either goes to a retirement community, or nursing home, or to a nice retirement village. All right, so my first PhD today I got was the melting pot. Everybody thinks New York City is the melting pot. It brings every different diversity and ethnicity and culture together. But it was the melting pot was created in New York City, Irish man, because the melting pot, the pot of gold on the end of the rainbow from Ireland. It didn't mean about every diversity coming together. It meant as a cheese fondue melting pot. And it meant that the cheese fondue sorry. It meant cheese fondue. It meant that everybody comes from a different country. There's goat cheese. There's French Gruyere cheese. There's mozzarella cheese. Burrata. There's queso del campesino from Colombia, from Puerto Rico. Queso del campo. Queso de freír, queso dominicano. Every cheese, everything diverted from poor people made cheese, and poor people and all these cheese companies made a conglomerate and a fortune. And that's why we wanted everything in New York City to be a melting pot. People who started from scratch and started from poor, but knew how to make it big. This is not a city for pretentious people. The city is not for making it rich or making it trying to take over people's businesses. And it's for people who started from the ground up. And that's what they mean by the melting pot. And that melting pot is never going to turn into a whole pot of coins. When we have so much toxic people in the city, fighting each other, and a dog-eat-dog world in the city. This city was created for hard workers and people who started from the bottom, from poor, from whatever, and started from scratch, like those cheese. And those cheese are not for everybody. Every cheese that has an acquired taste, and it's for people with mature taste palates, just like everything in life. And if you can't handle an acquired taste, then New York City is not for you. All right, next, I want to talk about the Bronx Zoo. The Bronx Zoo was the first zoo in the world. It opened its gates on September 7, 1844. The founder was my great uncle Carmelo Feliciano Cortez. On June 7, 1904, his daughter, my great cousin, she's the great aunt of her. She opened the first botanical garden in the world in the Bronx, Darlene Feliciano Fararucci. In Brooklyn, Botanical Gardens was opened on September 7, 1924, by her cousin, by Diana Fararucci Cortez. And Central Park Zoo was opened and founded on December 7, 1942, by Diego Feliciano Cortez. Next, Central Park was purchased on June 17, 1644, from a Frenchman from Normandy named Frederick Delune, who purchased the island of Manhattan for $15 on September 7, 1643, from the English. He sold Central Park to my great uncle David Maldonado Cortez from Barrio Coyotes, sector of Las Piedras, Puerto Rico, when he was buried first in the historic cemetery Las Piedras in the center, in the back. He held ownership until his death. He died a week later from arriving from New York City on October 7, 1697. On September 17, 1699, his cousin Henry Farauchi Cortez took over the ownership of Central Park until his death on September 7, 1904. On April 17, 1698, Henry, grandchild, took ownership until his death on December 7, 1784. Thereon, his great-grandson, Henry Jr., took ownership until his death on September 7, 1836. From there on, it was handed on to the Maldonado Cortez family in Las Piedras, to the original owners, David Maldonado Cortez, until his death on April 17, 1904. Thereon, owner passed it to his grandson, Francisco Maldonado Fararucci, to his death on December 7, 1974. Unfortunately, on December 7, 1975, a Monterrey-born, Mexican-born groundskeeper took over until December 8, 1987, when he was deported back to Mexico for domestic violence. Harry Fernandez was his name. Born 7/6/1932, died on September 7, 1988, in Monterrey, Mexico. The city of New York took over on September 6, 1989, and the Central Park Conservancy was founded on December 1944. So I will be taking back over Central Park today. I'm the new proprietor, and my family will be the new proprietors. The Maldonado Cortez Feliciano Fararucci family are the solid owners of the Central Park Conservancy. The Central Park, and the Central Park Conservancy will be closed. All 12 members on the board are dismissed today. I want to talk about my mom, Evelyn, Judy. I was wondering this, and she said that she will hold anything back from a same-sex couple getting married at the Buckingham Palace. And this hurt. This hurt my fiance a lot, Audi. Like, like his grandma's coming to New York today. She's on the way in a flight right now. You don't do this to people. You've been a lifelong Democrat, and you still stand by the Democrat Party, and the Democrat Party stands for liberalism, liberal values. You guys were the ones that promoted same-sex marriage under the Obama administration, my uncle Barack Obama's administration, when he was president of the United States. Liberalism stands for uniting one another, for accepting one another no matter our gender orientation, our gender identifications, our sexual orientations, our race, our ethnicities, our religions. That's what liberalism stands for, about being open-minded and accepting to one another no matter what our values and our principles and where we come from. And you stand for that Democrat Liberalism Party. But you today, I'm asking the Supreme Court Justice and my attorneys to file a hate crime suit against you. This is a hate crime. I'm homeless for 13 months, and it's because of hate crime, because you're homophobic. And that is zero tolerance in this nation for hate and hatred, and that's part of hate crime. And you're holding up my stuff because of a hate crime. You're a xenophobe. You're homophobic, you're racist, and you're prejudiced, and you will pay the price. And then another thing, she thinks that she's into tabloid medias and entertainment, like Access Hollywood Entertainment, TMC, and all she thinks about the Royal Kingdom is that she already traveled the world, and all they do is royalty, and everybody treats them like gold everywhere they go, and they pull out the red carpet for them. And she's very wrong about that, because she doesn't understand what Queen Elizabeth has done through her tenure as the Queen of the United Kingdom. She has been there through good and bad, through the world, through Mother Nature's storms, through attacks on many people, bombings, killings, wars, and she has shown her face everywhere. And back in the day, cable wasn't introduced around the world to 2007 and 2014. It was introduced all around the world. You don't know what Queen Elizabeth, you don't know what it takes to be a king or queen. A king or queen takes it's more pressure and more weight on your shoulder than the job of the presidency of the United States of America. And Evelyn, Judy, Garland, a deck of cards has 4 kings and 4 queens. What makes you think you are the chosen one out of those 4 kings and 4 queens? No one said that you were the chosen one. And the first thing, you made $3 million. You keep saying that you made all this money. You keep trying to get more money to say that you were the most. It's not about what you have, Julie, or how much you have. It's about what you have to offer, and you never had nothing to offer to your 2 sons that you raised. You worth $3.7 trillion, and you go for me the biggest, most expensive penthouse in the world, but I'm homeless. And what I say to everybody, I'm here at your need. I tell everybody in the United Kingdom, I'm here in your need. And it's whatever I'm there, no matter what, I'm there for my people. And you have not offered nothing to your children, you have nothing to offer to the people of the United Kingdom.